This should be exciting. Here's Eddie Shaughnessy and Buddy Rich. Yeah. Buddy Rich, Eddie Shaughnessy. Buddy Rich is with us tonight. He has just returned from a successful tour of all the Jack-in-the-Box restaurants in the San Fernando... No, you think that. I do that because we're good friends and people don't understand. We kid each other. He will be appearing at the Altoona Roosevelt Junior High School in Altoona, PA. That is true. In concert with his great orchestra. That is on the, did I mention the date? On the 17th. He follows that with appearances in Montreal and Quebec, and his current album, which we don't have here, recorded with Mel Torme. What? That's Larry Gatlin. That's Larry Gatlin's. We didn't...
It went to my daughter.
It's selling so fast, we cannot even keep them here on the show, folks. It's been nominated for a Grammy, which is great. Would you welcome Mr. Humble, Buddy Rich?
buddy.
You can't sing either.
Oh, come on with that. Now, don't start off like that. People misunderstand.
Don't sing when I come out. Just
My
do your Jack-in-the-Box bits and make me feel bad.
My buddy. You sang in your act. I have a record at home I was listening to the other day, and I'll tell you what you sang. I'll see if you remember. It's not easy being green.
Right, I sang it here. That was the end of my vocal career.
And it's a pretty little song.
It's a beautiful song. As a matter of fact, we recorded it.
I've never quite understood what it meant or where it came from.
I don't know.
Do you know the lyrics? It's not easy being green.
Yeah, Kermit.
Kermit the Frog, of course. Of course.
Of course. I could have had a V8.
Well, how have you been? You
What?
crazy man? You said you were going to tell me something this afternoon. You started to talk about it. You played a date in Cincinnati last week, and as often happens with entertainers, sometimes the luggage doesn't show up, the wardrobe doesn't show up, but I understand in your case, none of the charts, none of the arrangements, and your drums did not show up.
We opened in Cincinnati at the Palace Theater on, hello, Palace Theater. We opened on the 26th of December, walked out on the stage, and not a thing.
Nothing.
No music, no stands, no electrical equipment. And I walked out and I said to the audience, you're not going to believe this, but for the next hour, we're going to fake an entire show. And so I told the band to play some blues and featured every soloist, everybody that could play, featured the electricians.
That's crazy. And I'll bet the audience had a great time.
No, they hated us.
I'm sorry. Wouldn't that have been a wonderful finish to a show business story? They didn't like that, huh?
No.
Well, why not?
Well, they paid a lot of bread to come in and hear the band, and we were there with Della Reese.
Yeah.
And
did she have her charts?
She had her charts, but she didn't have a drummer. And so I asked her if I could play for her, you know.
Well,
so
very nice of you.
we did our show, and then I came out and did an hour with Della. And it was a great show. She is really super on the stage. I've never seen her on a stage before. She's
great act.
Really fantastic. She's great.
When did the equipment finally show up? Where did it catch up?
The equipment never showed up, obviously.
Oh, come on. What do you mean never showed up?
The equipment got back into New York last Friday. It was at Heathrow Airport in London for about 2 weeks.
Good
So we worked the entire week without equipment. The music finally showed up. And
That's
we had
incredible.
to use... Yeah.
That's incredible.
It never happened in my entire career. Everything was just lost.
That's a shame.
Really,
the holidays obviously had a lot to do with it.
Well, everybody took a cab. Everybody was, you know,
who cares,
bombed out, so who cared?
How was the European trip? I know that Sammy was here last night.
Sammy was here last night.
You said you had a great...
We had a very great tour. We were in about 12 different countries where they didn't understand anything that was going down.
What do you mean? They dig your music overseas.
Oh, they like the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sammy can't talk Jewish to the German audience. It doesn't work out.
He tries to do that occasionally, and they don't understand what's going on.
But we did that for about 10 weeks, and it was a great tour. Really, we played all through Germany, and we were in France and Holland.
Well, do most of the people say in the German audience,
that's a tough
do they
audience.
speak English at all?
I don't really know, because I didn't have too much to do with them.
Yeah.
But they're a tough audience.
I would imagine. Of course, now, in music, that's pretty universal. But
music is
at least
all right,
when you're doing any dialogue with them.
I don't know. They just have some kind of resentment about what we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, the band wasn't that commercial, and they came in specifically to see Sammy.
What's your favorite country to play in, where the fans really go
I have
crazy?
2 favorite countries. I like Japan, and I love England.
I was going to say Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know
They're very, very heavily into good music.
Yeah. How was Christmas for you?
Boring.
I see.
No.
Well, you're up to snuff tonight, are you? But, I mean, don't you get into the holiday season? I mean...
Yay.
Ho, ho, ho.
How's that?
Well, I don't really want you to go crazy, but I mean, I know you don't, you're probably not a lavish gift giver.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Do people...
And I get nothing.
You get nothing in return. Well, you ask for it. If you don't give, you shall not receive.
I would rather give presents and give things away during the year. I think it's nuts to wait for one day and then give somebody a present.
Do you give things away during the year?
No.
No, none of that either. But if you were, that's when you'd give it.
I'd like to receive a lot during the year, but I don't. I give sticks away a lot.
Tell me about Kathy. Your daughter sings, you know, starts singing with a band. And somebody told me now, is this crazy?
What's that?
That she
is now going to manage the band. Right.
She's going to manage the band?
She's going to manage the band and manage the money and manage the musicians. And
I hope she manages the money, because you have never exactly been Secretary of the Treasury when it comes to money. I mean,
no.
You're busy working, and sometimes you just...
I'm busy playing. I don't consider it work.
You don't
John.
consider it?
I have such a good time up there. But this laying off and being off these 2 weeks that we're off right now, very tough for me, because there's nothing for me to do. I love to go to work. I really do.
Now, Kathy's going to travel with the band?
Kathy will travel with the band and take care of the payroll. As a matter of fact, she just did something that is really fantastic. I know if you remember the piano player I used to have, Barry Keiner,
Sure.
Young kid. He's a genius. And he left the band to go home. And I've been trying to get him back on the band for a year.
No.
And she called me the other night. She said, I talked to Barry. He's coming back with the band next week.
How does she handle that?
I don't know. And I didn't ask her because
Do you think it has to do something with the personality, the way you might ask him to come back and the way
I would
Kathy
tell him
might-
to get back.
You see, there's the mistake right there.
Is that wrong?
You don't say, I remember you once. I remember you once
What'd I do?
firing a guy in the middle of a set.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
In the middle of a set.
Yeah. It was a
Turns around
bass
and says,
player.
that's it tonight. Yeah, because he didn't want to play the chart.
You see that clown sitting up there?
Yeah.
Tony? He came on the band. He joined us in St. Louis about 5 years ago. And he came up on the bandstand. I hadn't met him yet.
Yeah.
And I do a bit where I sit down at the drums and I ask the piano player to give me an A. And I hit the snare drum, right? So I said, Tony, this is the first thing I ever said to him. I said, give me an A. And he went,
Picked up the check.
And I said to her, Tony, hey, you're fired.
Hey, pick up the check.
And he was gone.
No, with your sense of humor, you wouldn't do that.
No, he was too
Give
much.
me an A.
I fell off the stand.
Oh, that's fine.
Then I got him after the stand. Right,
Okay.
Tom?
We're going to come back and you're going to do a little stuff with the drums.
Go into a commercial. That's terrible.
What's wrong with that?
Huh? What's wrong with it? I got a watch that keeps better time than that.
That's one for the drummer. Okay.
Okay.
Look, when they get older, let them get a joke in.
I always say that. Go ahead.
We'll... Bing, bing, bing. We will do this, and then Mr. Rich will join our band in concert. What have you guys worked out? What did you decide this afternoon?
We just did it.
That was it, huh?
That was it.
Thank you. Call Bigelow 9241. Here's Buddy Rich, the doc, and the guys. look at what you were. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Oh. Tomorrow night, I open at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas for Friday and Saturday. We do 4 shows, and I'm looking forward to it. Not only because I like working in clubs, but Buddy Rich and his entire band are going to be with me tomorrow night and Saturday night. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Buddy Rich? Mr. Buddy. I should mention we're going to open tomorrow, both of us, if your back holds up.
No, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, so am I. That should be a lot of fun. As long as we've known each other and been friends, you being on the show, we've never worked a stage together.
This is really going to be
great. And that should be a kick in the head, because your band is sensational. And thank you. You've been traveling. You've been back in Omaha?
Yeah, we were in Omaha last week.
Yeah.
Played the museum there, as a matter of fact. It's great.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Somebody told me that you made I got a letter from a friend of mine that's seen your concert in Omaha. And even before you were here today, I already got word.
Right.
And they went to the concert. Merrill Workoven's his name, old-time friend. And he said that you said that you were going to be on the Tonight Show Thursday with the guest host, Johnny Carson. True?
I say that every time I know I'm going to do the show. I always say we're going to be on the Tonight Show with guest host Johnny Carson. And people say, is he really going to be there?
Really going to be here?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, come on. I'm going to be here tomorrow.
You're going to be in Vegas tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You don't start it with me.
No, I just want to make sure, because there's an early rehearsal tomorrow. You going to be there?
No, I won't be there for rehearsal.
Well, I won't be there for rehearsal.
You've got to rehearse. You got your band there.
They know that. I know the drum parts. It's okay. I play the same thing no matter what they play. I play the same thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Somebody told me this now. It was Chicago, you went to see a movie. Now this I find an X-rated movie. Because somebody told you it was a great musical score.
Oh, yeah, right.
Now I've heard a lot of excuses. People say, well, I want it because I understand the scenery, and I'm only going because I should know about those things. But I've never heard anybody make up an excuse. They went to an X-rated movie to hear the music.
It was a flick called Cinderella, right?
Well, I've never seen it.
And it said it was a musical on the marquee.
Sure.
I went in, paid $5, tried to get in real cool. You know, I had the coat up like this. I didn't want anybody to see that I was going in to see a straight movie. And I walked in, and as I walked down the aisle, somebody said, hey, Buddy Rich, what are you doing in here, man? How's everything? What's going on? You know.
And you...
I just went like that, listened to the music, and cut out. Didn't see the movie.
Then told people you're just there for the music.
Just there for the music.
That's a pretty exciting story.
Yes? Okay.
You going to do that one tomorrow, I suppose, for the crowd? And
I just broke it in tonight.
Get them warmed up for me.
Yeah.
Richard, David went to college. You didn't go to college because you were performing when you were 4 years old, 2 or 3 or something like that?
All the way back.
With your parents?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your schooling? I never asked you this. Did you get tutored while you were on the road?
No, I got beat up a lot, but I didn't get tutored.
I mean, did you go to any public school?
Actually, there's a school in New York called the...
School for the Performing Arts?
No.
Actors,
Children's something.
Children's School?
Yeah.
Probably the Children's...
Is that it?
No,
That's
the Children's School for the Performing Arts.
Something like that.
No, it's exactly like that.
No, it's something like that. I went there, I ought to know.
Oh, I did. It's the Children's School for the Performing Arts.
They would send lessons out, like 3 weeks in advance, send 3 weeks of lessons out.
You're kidding.
No, I swear to you, honest. Honest to God.
And you had a tutor?
Had a tutor. Mm-hmm.
Then you would mail the lessons back?
Mail the lessons back.
They would grade you?
Flunked. You know.
Did you actually do the lessons when you were on the road?
Ask me anything.
What?
2 and 2. Ask me anything.
Oh, all right, give me the quadratic.
Ask me about Celsius.
All right, how do you determine Fahrenheit and from centigrade?
Very simple.
Yes.
I don't look at centigrade, I don't look at Celsius. I look at Fahrenheit. I know exactly where I am. And I'm not concerned with all that other nonsense.
That's, well, I guess.
John, do you have a problem about that? I mean,
I have no problem with Celsius and Fahrenheit.
I see.
At all.
What's the formula?
I don't care. If I want to know, I'll ask Buddy.
Ask me.
Because, you know, musicians don't care what temperature it is anyway.
No, why should we?
As long as it's hot.
There's something wrong with this man.
Yes.
Definitely.
Did you graduate my school? I'm going to embarrass you.
Not.
Well, come on.
No, it's not embarrassing.
Did you graduate?
I never went to high school. And just barely got through the 3rd grade. Between shows.
No, I don't believe that.
No, I've had, well, I can read. And, what kind of an interview is this?
Well, what do you mean, what kind of an interview? It's my show. I can conduct any kind of an interview I
Does it
want.
have to be stupid?
What?
Ask me something that I'm familiar
What do you mean,
with.
does it have to be stupid? No, it doesn't have to be. But I'm doing my
Well,
best.
it is.
What?
It is.
I'm as good as my guest.
Well, go ahead, start getting good.
People
You said it, baby.
What was that?
She said, yay, buddy.
Well, what would you like me to ask you then? What would you like me to ask you? I'm trying to get something going here. Marriage, yes. How's your marriage? Oh, hey, it's Mr. Radcliffe. How about that? Oh, hey, I booked a winner. Hey, it's Mr. Smoothie.
It was too long.
What? Couldn't,
Ask me about Celsius.
What? Now, you...
No, marriage is great. You know, next month?
Yes.
No, April. I will be married 26 years to the same lady.
Well, that's nice. Now, Maria's a lovely lady. Yeah.
Done.
And she's a great gal.
Yes, she is.
People think we're crazy. They don't understand us at all.
Well, they don't understand us. I don't understand us. Do you know how long it's been?
Yes.
What is it, about
20-some years?
over 20 years.
Yeah.
Over 25 years. Because I did a show with you when you did the other dumb one. You bet your wife. Or life.
No.
You bet your wife.
You trust your wife.
You trust your wife.
Yes,
Right.
I did that.
I did that show with you. Remember that?
It was called Who Do You Trust Later?
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Huh?
Go get him.
I don't want him.
No, hide him.
No. You got me here tonight. Do you know something?
What?
I haven't been to bed in 2 days. We played a concert in Boise, Idaho last night, which incidentally was great. Great people there.
Yeah.
Hello, boys and girls. And I got up at 5
Hello,
o'clock
boys
this
and
morning.
girls. Is that what you said?
I told you I haven't been to bed in 2 days.
Well, it shows.
Got up at 5 o'clock this morning to fly here to do this cockamamie thing.
Well, it was certainly worth it for all of us.
Thanks a lot.
Well, I mean,
Shaughnessy.
I wouldn't have missed this for anything. And you're also going to play something with a couple of the guys from your orchestra, right?
You know what I brought tonight?
What?
My duo.
You brought your duo.
Yeah, 'cause the last time I brought my trio, you said it was a trio and it's a quartet with me. I brought 2 men. I brought Barry Keiner, my pianist.
Yeah.
And
Well, they're a
Warrington.
duo, but with you as a trio.
Right. But it's not with his trio
It's Buddy Rich and his trio.
and his duo.
And his duo. Well, why don't we get another guys and you have a quartet? Then
Okay,
it's
you want to
simple. We'll be right back after
Where are
this
we going?
for the duo and you.
Right.
You... And here is Buddy Rich, Van Fred. Bud?
right, you guys. We'll be right back. The service is out.